answer them more questions?
Sorry?
Would you like to answer them more questions?
Yes,
we have more
please.
questions.
Yes,
about
please.
Of course. The blue ones, please. The blue ones. I organize the questions with colors. The blue ones, please.
Would you say that when from that sad moment on your childhood, what actually drowned, what actually died, was a bit of your innocence from childhood?
Did the child inside me die?
A little bit, yes.
A little bit when that happened. Perhaps you're right. Maybe that's true. Sometimes the poet doesn't find every single meaning herself in a poem. Sometimes you read something and then I realise, yes, you're right. A little bit of the child died when I was 5, and I knew, because then I knew human beings could die. Until I was 5, I thought only animals could die. I didn't think my mother would ever die. So yes, I think you're right. I've been given a map of Britain. It's quite small, but London is over here. I live right over here, right over to the west, close to the Irish Sea, and therefore close to the Atlantic. Right over here. Glad to have the map. Thank you. Who's this? Because the town of Aberystwyth is there. I live near that town. So, anyone wants to know where I live? It's on that map. Another question? Yes.
When you're a child, your mother influenced you for write or paint?
My mother?
Influenced you for write or paint? Had influence?
She influenced you to write?
To write or paint.
I'm terrible at hearing. It's not your fault, it's my fault.
Yes, when you're a child, your mother influenced you to write or paint?
Yes, yes, she did. My mother and father have no education like we have. No university, no college. They just had school. They finished school at 14, left my mother to work to help her family on the farm. My father to join the merchant navy. He went to sea as a young boy. Went away to sea. No education. But my mother loved singing nursery rhymes, children's poems to me. She knew the names of all the flowers. She knew all about nature because she was a girl from a farm. And she was ambitious for me. She wanted me to do well. My father told me wonderful stories, true ones and fairy ones, and world stories, stories about the world. Because he came to Mexico. He went to Patagonia in South Argentina, where they speak Welsh, by the way. They speak Welsh in Argentina. Tell them about it, teachers. He's been everywhere, India, Africa, but he told me stories from all those places. And I think that made me, and I learned to read when I was 5, and then I wanted to be a writer. I wanted to write stories. Yes, 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 and painting. Yeah, I love art as well.
What's your favorite paint?
Vermeer, a Dutch painter, a Flemish painter, a wonderful painter. Let me think. In America, it would be. I love Rega. Help me. There's a wonderful painter who's died now, who was somewhere in America. Is it Paula Rega? She's a wonderful. I forget the name. But anyway, I love the paintings of Vermeer, so have a look in your library for the paintings of Vermeer. They're beautiful.
Julia, excuse me. Do you know about something about Frida Kahlo?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, what do you think about?
Wonderful. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, thank you for that.
Very Mexican style.
Oh, extraordinary. Yes,
Yes,
indeed.
thank
Extraordinary.
you.
Yeah, yes. One of my favourite poets in the world is Pablo Neruda. And I've got a beautiful book with Spanish, English, and photographs. And it's my favourite book. I love Pablo Neruda. So I'm not happy just with English. I must have Spanish too. Yes.
What feelings do you involve when you write a poem?
It's my, I'm deaf.
What feelings
What feeling?
do you involve when you write a poem?
Do you know, feeling? Feeling, yes? Feeling. It turns into electricity. It turns into energy. So it's not my feeling. I plug it into the wall. If I'm angry or sad or in love or whatever, I plug it into the wall and out comes language. Do you understand? I don't sit there mopping my tears. It's turned into, it's changed. Feeling changes into ideas, energy, words. So no feeling at all while I write, except energy. Like when you danced, like the dancers all had energy. Like when you play music, it's energy. Now that's the most important thing. Thank you. Yes, but
why do you write about those kinds of topics like lament and sorrow?
why do I write about things like
Why do you write about those kinds of topics as lament, sorrow, etc.?
Let me look at those last words. I am to blame. Old age is to blame. Lament, yes, I'm sorry, and sorrow. Because I don't write about sorrow, I write about the cause of the sorrow. I write many poems that are caused by happiness, caused by beauty, caused by excitement. But I have written many poems about war because I read the paper and I think, look at this. Pass me my pen. I am so angry. And I just write about it. And then a few weeks ago, in Wales, where I live, 4 miners, coal miners, going under the ground for coal, yes? 4 miners were trapped underground in a little town I know very well. And we listened to the news, and everybody thought they would be coming out alive, and they died. And we were all so sad. I wrote a poem, I read it on, I sent it to the BBC, I sent it to the town where the miners died. I sent money for the families, because I'm the national poet of Wales, and 4 coal miners dying is tragic for Wales. And it's my duty to put that into words. So it's my duty sometimes. I think it's my duty to write about war. All poets must write about it. We mustn't say, oh, look at the flowers, isn't the sky blue? All is beautiful. We have to say, those guys are wrong to fight that war. We have to say, Why don't you try to talk to each other? Poets must have a duty, not just be sentimental. We have to be truthful. Politicians tell lies, poets tell the truth. It's the difference. Thank you.